All right, welcome everybody to another episode. It's San Diego State basketball on College Hoops 2K8. I'm trying to see how many games there are. Now, I talked before about playing some of these games that I think were going to be fairly close because, what is it, Brigham Young's pretty close to us and UNLV is pretty close to us. I think I might play those games. I'm not sure. I might actually just skip the Brigham Young game and just kind of hope for the best. And if I take a loss, I take a loss. And I might just play the UNLV games. So that means I would probably play the Iowa game, the Stanford game, come down to the UNLV game, and then come all the way down to this UNLV game. And that would mean at least next time we play this, there would be the UNLV game and then two... If I could skip it, if I could skip the first round game, that would be great. Potentially get through Selection Sunday at the end of the next stream. So yeah, I want to try to get through as much as I can, and I think that might be the best option. You know, there are a lot of teams that are kind of close to where we're at, but yeah, I'd say UNLV is probably the one who might give us the hardest time. Brigham Young might still get a win against us just because they're fairly close, but I think I might just skip it. If I was in like a really big conference, then this would go much, much slower. Like if I was in Big 10 or Big 12, this would go so much slower than it would. But I can just get through Iowa here. Who knows? Maybe I might get through both UNLV games depending on how quickly I obliterate Iowa and potentially I don't see myself obliterating Stanford, though. They're a top 25 team. That's just not going to happen.
2K8, the San Diego State Aztecs battle the Iowa Hawkeyes. This is going to be a terrific matchup.
There you go.
Hello, basketball fans. We're here at Carver Hawkeye Arena. I'm Vern Lundquist here with Bill Raftery and
NBA,
Tracy
both
Wilson.
baseball series
What do you
somehow
think,
booked
Bill?
the same night. Jesus.
I'll really be watching the matchup at the four spot. Wilder is one of the
Oh, yeah.
powerful.
Oh, yeah, Blaine is one of the more normal of us, isn't he? Show him a Syscon anime. That's your like. Show him like Aramanga Sensei, and then you'll get an idea of like. There's your line. If he's cool with that, then he'll probably be cool with most things. Oh shit, my bad. I had like an itch in my ear, like not in my ear, but on my ear, and I just itched that and then didn't get the rebound. Go me.
Dumps it off.
Oh, come on. You got to finish. There you go.
By accident, he knew right where to be.
Yeah, you don't actually want to watch that, though. I don't blame you. You don't have to show him at all. Just a couple episodes, you know.
A much quicker shot than they might have liked, but it was a pretty open look.
Oh, he had a hand up, but I thought he did it early enough that I'd be able to shoot over his potential defense. Oh yeah, but as far as the idol, as far as the documentary is concerned, it was an interesting documentary, and I do got to say, knowing that it's a BBC documentary kind of helped out with how everything was kind of framed, where you know there were a few things that seemed a little odd, where it's like you know, this seems like a bit weird, like you know, towards the end. With the older guys and wanting to like, oh yeah, they're just, you know, reliving kind of their real youthful days, and it's like, oh man, guys in their 40s and 50s, this is kind of creepy. And to be fair, when I realized it was a BBC documentary, it kind of made me realize, like, oh, you know what, that actually means a lot more than anything, because they seem to always come through with some little form of inherent bias. BBC has had its times before where it comes through with biases against a lot of different bits of Japanese culture and anime. So that really doesn't surprise me, honestly, to find out that It was like, oh yeah, it was framed a little weird, but then finding out like, oh yeah, okay, they have done similar things before. Where some woman from the BBC, oh, I forget who it was. Oh, the dude who created Girls und Panzer. She interviewed. There was a woman at the BBC who interviewed the guy who, I don't know if he wrote Girls und Panzer or directed the anime, but I'm pretty sure he's the creator of it. And she's sitting there like talking about how great UK is and how, you know, perhaps stuff like what he's putting out is potentially creating pedophiles and awful human beings and sex offenders. And I got a good laugh, because if you want to know all about pedophiles and sex offenders, just read up on the BBC. It's just, I don't want to be anything, I don't want to be too political or anything like that, but like, it really is like throwing stones when you have a glass house. You have the biggest glass house when you work at a place that has, in the last couple of years, come under fire for the fucking child molesters that have come out of the woodwork at the BBC. It's like, oh, one of the most beloved guys who died. As it turns out, he's a pedophile. Congratulations. And it's been going on for 30 plus years, and people were potentially complicit with it. Yeah, that doesn't look bad at you at all. And then you want to sit here and tell the guy who created a manga that you're creating worse stuff. And she even said, it was like, oh yeah, you know, don't you want to live like the UK? And it's like, they literally ban porn in the UK. Like, they literally are trying to censor the porn part of the internet. If you please, anybody who, I know I've got a lot of like overseas guys, let me know if how accurate that is, because that's the news that we get here in America. The very generalized version is that there's not that they straight block it, but that there's a huge there's a big rallying against trying to get porn generally taken off. Very nice. Didn't paint too bad a picture of them, except that one. Yeah.
Both teams are going to shake things up a little bit with some subs.
Yeah, subtopic out of the way. When UNLV and Standard comes up, you need all the cut. To be fair, though, like, my best games seem to be when I'm not paying attention to the game. That tends to be how it works, because when I pay attention to the game, that's when I tend to do stupid shit. When I just kind of go with the flow and I'm talking about something, that tends to be when I just get all the good wins and stuff. Someone suddenly realized they actually wanted a bone kiss. Yeah, oh my god. Yeah, it's a dumb idea, and then, like, out of all the people that you could, like, out of all the people in charge of all the companies in the world, it's just not a good idea. And then to talk about like how great, and then talk about how great the UK is and why Japan can't be more like the UK. It's like, it just, that's a level of delusion I don't want to worry about. One doesn't go to the park and get to know kids.
He gets the second as well.
Yeah, the idea, it seems weird that there's this idea that, like, it's kind of like, it seems like it's the anime version of, like, you know, violent video games create school shooters. Like, the whole thing when Columbine is like, oh, he used to play violent video games. That's why he became a school shooter, is violent video games. So it's the idea that, oh, you consume said media, therefore said media creates this. It seems like it's the anime version of it. Like, oh yeah, anime creates pedophiles just as much as violent video games creates mass murderers. It just isn't a thing. There's much more to it, but you have to blame something.
And they lead by 2.
I think that's maybe the closest I've gotten to, like, really political about that, because I feel like it's I feel like there's oh god, oh there we go. I feel like it's kind of dumb. It's just kind of stupid. Really, yeah, they don't care about building relationships. Yeah. Oh, there was there was a radio show that I listened to that they reacted to like some old 90s documentary that was like a NAMBLA documentary. Might have been 90s. It looked like it was the 90s. It might have been like late 90s, early 2000s, but it's definitely older. And it was a NAMBLA documentary, and it was interesting to like. It's one of those things where it's like these are awful human beings, but it's interesting to hear like what's in their mindset, like what is actually going on in their head when they think, you know, they want to be with underage children. Yeah, it's one of those things where it's like, oh man, that's, you know, that is an absolute horrific thing, and they don't think they're doing anything wrong. A lot of them assume they're not doing anything wrong. Like it's perfectly reasonable. It's perfectly natural.
Welch inbounds the ball. Pierce passes it up court. Dishes to the right block.
That's not who I wanted. I wanted to pass to Witherspoon over here. This is not a good idea. We're starting to lose it a little bit here.
And they're now out in front by 2.
Can't speak Japanese, so yeah. Yeah, push through. Oh man, I was trying to. See, it's a little bit easier with the even like 2K14. It's a little bit easier to try to get try to get a foul or two out of this. Passing has always been just as bad. This is easily going to be the most popular College Hoops video. Talking about violent video games and pedophilia. I forgot what led to this. I think because of the documentary that I was shown. And the implicit bias behind it that could lead to people being shown in a more negative light. I don't have any clickbait titles. College Hoops 2K8 gone sexual. Yeah, I'll try not to talk about this too much because I don't want it to take up too much of my video. To be fair, it's only taken up like 10 minutes, so. That's fine. Plus, it's in a portion of the game that like 90% of people are going to skip past anyway. Like I said, like if it's not towards the end of a half or the end of a game, like 20 people are going to see this.
Gets it left wing.
Oh, it's fade away. God damn. We could use a little bit of something.
Chetfield behind the arc. Nova has it, and that's his rebound in this one.
Oh yeah, basketball season starts up too very soon. I think actually, didn't basketball season start it like officially? Like, wasn't it something close to today? I thought I saw something that was like, oh yeah, it officially starts today, which seems really weird because this is really early in October to start it. Like I expect like the last week in October. That's when I usually expect basketball season to start, is like the last week in October. So to have it happen a couple weeks before that feels odd. Discussing topics while playing sports games. It's probably vastly different than most other people who just like scream at it. I mean, to be fair, this is College Hoops, so I've done my fair share of hollering at this game and throwing obscenities. But yeah, this is my form of a podcast where I just talk about things. I'll play sports games and then talk about topics that I find out about, and it relates to video games or other social topics.
Thanks, Tracy. Witherspoon takes the shot. Cleveland grabs the rebound.
And hear my like very neutral opinion that doesn't nothing too controversial. Welcome to College Hoops. The episode of this video, does anime create pedophiles? To be fair, I think they actually, because sorry, I don't mean to get too much onto this, but I do remember that specific interview with that woman, that BBC woman, like the Girls und Panzer guy who created it, actually thought that it was going to be like a more like low-key normal interview, but she came off as like kind of 2 hours of like kind of attacking him was the thing. So it was really something. It was something that he didn't expect. Like he was kind of blindsided with the feeling of this British woman attacking him for daring to make manga.
Hacker fires.
Oh, there we go. Did I play Grambling or Gonzaga? I don't play Gonzaga because I wanted to kind of get used to the team. I did play Grambling. I beat them. I forget, actually. I forget if it was. I forget if it was the game that was really close, or if maybe that was Gonzaga last year, or if I obliterated them. I can't quite remember exactly what happened. I did play Grambling, though, because I figured Grambling gives me I have more investment in wanting to face Grambling than I do Gonzaga. I spent like 2 years at Gonzaga and then got kind of sick of everything. So I have more investment of Grambling because I have much nicer feelings towards it. Look at all these fouls, man. How many have we gotten them on? This is 7th. We're already in the bonus. I mean, there's only a couple minutes left, but still. 4 and 6 nights. Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, they limited the back-to-back games, which is I can only imagine what all that traveling would do to somebody. To be fair, they do make millions upon millions of dollars, but I can only imagine with the jet lag of flying all over the place. I just did when I did a 3.5 hour flight from Florida, I was already toast by the time I came up. Where it was just I don't feel like doing nothing. I spent so much time on a plane. Then again, I was regular seat, with a little bit of extended leg room on Allegiant Air. So that's not really. That's probably far different than what NBA players fly on. I don't think an NBA player is going to fly on Allegiant Air. Ah, shit. Oh. Oh, shit. Hey, almost made it. I meant to icon pass, and it went away just before I hit the X button. Good job.
Puts it up. Grab by Boone. And that's his 5th rebound in this one.
Chat is the guest. This podcast, yeah, chat is the guest. That's all. I'll just have to start putting the chat towards the bottom. There's a little bit of space on the bottom. I'll just find a way to ticker tape the comments as they're coming by. That'd be cool if I could actually, to be honest, that'd be kind of cool if I could figure out it's easy enough to kind of figure out a way to put the chat on there. It'd be interesting to find different ways to actually put the chat on there.
Dumps it inside.
To do it somewhat different than just straight screen capturing chatty. I'll make it like a WWE event with the Twitter. Just start ticker taping all the XDs and high moms and you sucks. That'd be great.
And he makes the first.
I totally screwed that. How did I manage to screw that one up? I've done that shot I don't know how many times, and I managed to always do that. Ticker tape like WWE corny Twitter posts. Absolutely. Just give you guys ridiculous nicknames.
It's deflected and it's scooped up by Boone.
That wasn't much of a look. You could see that one.
The big dog is here. Hashtag San Diego State.
The bomb from half court missed by Famatini.
Hey, we're up by 8. I didn't even realize. Good job. You've done well. It was starting to look a little sketchy, just a few minutes in. We can't hit a 3-point to save our life, but then again, neither can they, and they've attempted way more. We've been really dumb, I think, with our shots generally, or I'm taking them with the wrong guys. I really want a new college hoops.
Tremendous effort from our player of the half.
I know. I think I say that literally every time I play this, but god damn. Just literally, you don't have to improve anything about any of this. Just take the teams, take the recruiting system, take all that, and just throw it into 2K18 gameplay. I don't even need a graphical update. Well, you know what? I'll take the 2K10 graphical update. That's what I'll do. I don't even need something from this generation of consoles. I'll take some 360 era console console update. And even though this is 360, like they did their big presentation upgrade in like 2K10, and it's been great ever since. But we're still we're kind of forced to be stuck with this. Like, it's not bad, but it's still kind of ugly presentation style. What am I doing? WWE 2K shit. I want to do it. I kind of planned a little while ago to potentially do it as soon as I could. And then, of course, PC gamers don't get to be the cool kids and do, like, the early access stuff. So that's one thing. And then the other thing is the downloading it on Steam, which is another thing that's going to take me a little bit because I have 2 roommates. So generally, I try to upload my videos and download games at a time where they're either A, sleeping, or B, at work, which is a good portion of the day, honestly. It's not too bad, really. I just don't want to do it when maybe my buddy's trying to play Destiny 2 or Overwatch. And then the other thing is the price. I bought tickets to WWTLC for Sunday, which I'm going to, and I'm trying to save a little bit of money. I don't have a ton of money. I have enough money definitely to get through, but I don't have enough money to spend willy-nilly on WWE 2K right this second. Friday, sure. Today, not so much. So I technically don't have the game because I decided not to pre-order a long time in advance. And then I have to deal with the fact that at some point, I also need to get Super Mario Odyssey before next Friday as well. God, that was a comedy of errors.
Gently drops it in. 10 points, and he's his team's leading scorer.
You interested in the trainer? I'm interested in the trainer if it's not the same dude who did 2K15's trainer, and 2K16's trainer. If it's the same dude, I'm not fucking interested because I think I've ranted on that before. I don't know if it's the same dude, but the trainer for the PC used to be fucking awful because the dude who made it put it behind a paywall. Now, I'm not opposed to giving someone money for the work that they put in, but the fact that they forced people to, like, he was like, yeah, I didn't get enough donations, so I only got like, you know, a couple $100, and, you know, I only got like 20 donations when I made it a donation thing, and then like 1,000 people downloaded it. It's like, yeah, that's what fucking happens when you get donations. You probably would have gotten. I'm wondering how many people actually paid for his goddamn trainer back then, because it's just like, holy shit, man. And the DRM is worse. The DRM was so ridiculous. It was worse than major companies put out. Like, it was. This one dude put like fucking DRM in that shit that was worse than anything like EA and Ubisoft has had. It was fucking stupid. Seriously, $12 for the trainer, forced to pay for it. You don't get it immediately. You don't get like a download link. You just get an email from the dude who made it. And just whenever he decides to wake up and then give you a code, then you put in the code. You have to be online all the time. And then you can't put it on another computer or else it shuts it down. And then if you dared to, if you used it at any point on YouTube or stream, you had to verbally give him credit and then also put like credit to him in the description of the video as well. Which is one of those things that I'm more than happy to do if it's good. It wasn't even that good of a trainer to begin with. It was seriously like, Jesus Christ, it really did piss me off because I actually did spend the money on the 2K15 trainer. That's why I'm this upset about it, because I did deal with this. It was horseshit. Ubisoft wasn't ever that bad with DRM.
Cleveland shoots the turnaround. Bullseye. 13 points, and he's the top.
There's probably not going to be great PC mods. You have like a week plus. I mean, there's still a few little things that I can do personally. There's a lot of things that, like 3D sculptors or whatnot. You know, there's a lot of stuff that like 3D sculptors can make that do a really good job. I'm not big on that. I can't really do that. I can do your basic updating Titantrons and themes. I could do that. And I did that. I've done that the last couple of times I've had 2K, so I was pretty good on that. But Yeah. It's a fucking shoot. Fuck that dude. I so hope he's not making... I so hope it's not the same dude making the trainer. Because if he's making the trainer, I ain't fucking getting it. Fuck that dude.
He gets the second to fall as well. Under 9
I hope he finally got fed up and just decided not to do it anymore.
Boom has it on the elbow. They're going to double team him.
Some dude who lives in a goddamn other side of the hemisphere will only give you the game code when he damn well feels like it. Otherwise, you're basically at his mercy. It's ridiculous. Now hit my music. Why the fuck is the center guarding him? Why did I have to guard him as the biggest dude? I should be guarding the goddamn paint. And I have to deal with this nonsense. Just shoot over him. God!
Still a 10-point lead. Takes it up.
Speaking, how about this basketball game? What are the TLC matches anyway? All I know is about the Shield match. Asuka versus Emma. The Shield match I think is still like ongoing when it comes to how many like who's going to be in it. Like there seems to be all these rumors about potentially adding more people. It's like, Jesus Christ, really?
Right around 8 minutes left in the second half.
Sure, fine, whatever. Finn Balor, the Demon King taking on Sister Abigail in what's sure to be, it's weird to think of either Finn Balor or Bray Wyatt as the kind of thing that I might actually go do the piss break for. It seems weird that it might not be the women's match. It might not. It's definitely not going to be Asuka, the Asuka match. I don't know what the Raw women's title match looks like. But, oh my God. Pumpkin versus Crossdresser. Nothing against Crossdressers, but oh boy, did they just kill Bray Wyatt's character with this horse shit. Gordon Hayward broke his leg 5 minutes into opening night. Jesus. Didn't he just get like an obscene contract too? Didn't he just get like some $17 million a year deal at least? I don't know. Maybe he's or did he sign with someone else? I remember the Jazz offered him a ridiculous contract. I don't know if he still has said ridiculous contract. KG 971. I think that's the dude. 143 for 4 years. So that's, dude, that's like 30 million. That's 30 million a year. Over 30 million. Christ. I remember when 30 million was a ridiculous amount of money. Like, you were Kobe Bryant if you were making 30 million a year. Now Gordon Hayward is making 30 million a year.
Osborne dumps it off.
Paul George USA basketball injury. Shit. I was just about to say, is this some Paul George shit?
The layup was banked in by Osborne. And they're now behind by 12. About 6.5 minutes left in the second half.
There you go. There you go. Hey, and the foul. I think KG 971 was the same fucker. So I'm probably not getting the trainer. That sounds like it was the dude. 7-on-3. Yeah, dude, they keep adding more people every week. Like, they still have 5 days. They could still add like 3 more people. This is going to end up being like the Shield versus the entire Raw roster. Like when they did like Orton and Cena versus the entire Raw, like all the jobbers in a 12-on-2, and then they win. This is the most ridiculous stuff. Now they're going to do it with the Shield. I can only imagine, dude. That has to suck. Let's work defense. Why not? We pretty much have won. But yeah.
Hacker inbounds the ball.
KG. Yeah, if he is the one who made the 2K15 trainer, which he probably did, fuck that dude. Seriously. Absolutely not am I not giving him goddamn money for a trainer. Took my money to make some subpar horse shit. To force people to give him all the credit and all that, like, that shit, which, fine. That's not a problem. Not a problem if you make a decent product. If you make a decent product and, you know, make it consumer friendly, that's fine.
About 5.5 minutes left.
Just, I will say, like, it has been a thing ever since 2K WWE came back to PC. It's been known for, like, the last, like, 3 years or so. Pretty much ever since 2K15 on the PC happened. That the WWE 2K mod scene is one of the worst as far as 2K related stuff, or just in sports, one of the worst because of people who do this nonsense.
Passes out left. Witherspoon takes it up, banks it off the glass and in.
But yeah, it's gonna be as stupid as Nexus versus Team Cena and the Shield is pretty much. I mean, to be fair. Oh, God, I did forget. Like, I was about to say, like, at least there's not a Cena. And then I'm like, oh, fuck, Roman Reigns is a thing.
They've got one left. The Aztecs.
I guess the one upside is that, okay, so Cesaro is skilled, but he's not, like, world champion caliber guy. Well, I mean, he is world champion caliber. He's just not a former world champion. Sheamus is, like, a 3-time world champion. So that's odd. That they'll probably go over him. Miz is a former world champion. Braun Strowman should be the world champion. And then aren't they gonna try to add like somebody else? I thought there was rumors. So I don't know what the rumors, if the rumors are true. People are saying that they're maybe not. Ah, Jesus. That was not great.
When to go up and get that one. Wonderful execution.
High post.
Surprised the Rule 34 community didn't get their hands on it.
But if D got lucky there, Vern. You can't expect many misses when you're that open.
Didn't get their hands on what exactly?
To the high post.
I'm a little. I feel like I missed a small part of the conversation.
Pierce dumps it off.
There you go. He got it. Nope, he doesn't. Oh my God. Like what's? Oh, did they give Kane a new theme?
And it doesn't look like they're going to let up anytime soon.
Takes it up. Nice job.
I didn't watch Raw. Not really. But I do know about the Kane thing.
Both teams will make some substitutions.
To be fair, it's one of those things that I do read up on all the time. So it's one of those things where it's like, I'll find out about it during like pay-per-view build-up videos. That's generally how I find out about what happened week to week, or if I read about something. Like I read about the Kane thing. Oh, dude, I finally watched. I never actually got around to watching when it was first like airing and all that and talked about. I never watched Bailey's "This Is Your Life" segment with Alexa Bliss. I never actually got around to that, and I did finally get around to that. It is as bad as everyone says it is. It really was just like, oh my God. I could see why they just like purged that from reality. That wasn't a smart idea, but hey, it worked. Oh, you know what? We're at 21. We'll just go ahead and skip through that nonsense. And they started really coming back. Look at that. I'm always at work. To be fair, I got a lot of time at work to potentially watch it. I just wish to spend my free time on other stuff than watching Raw. Shield vs. Two Monsters, The Bar, Miz, maybe roaming. Yeah, Miz Taraj will almost certainly be in there. I forget at this point where we're at. I think there's a reason why I have the guys that I do, so we'll just do that. Do we need to? Yeah, we'll visit the recruit at home. We'll try to sew this one up nice and tight. I don't know if it's even going to happen, but at least try. Oh, yeah, this will be helpful. Okay. Visit the recruit. This probably isn't going to work, but I could try. Oh, you. Yes. Okay. Visit the recruit at home. Oh, I don't have enough activity points. God damn it. Fine. We'll do it next week. I've got time. I guess I've got time. Oh, Jesus. This is... Maybe I need more people to do this. I mean, I have the points to do it. I just don't want to hand this off to my other people when I know I can handle it. This is really not the best idea, but okay. Whoops. Dedicate your time with something to do. Yeah. Stanford. Oh my God, they're undefeated. Oh boy, this should be all sorts of fun. I can't wait. That's gross. 93. Christ. I understand my urge to engage in a hand-to-gland. What the hand-to-gland combat? That's a new one.
Face off against the San Diego State Aztecs.
Is Your Life in Festival is great because they were funny. Alexis was just burying Bailey. I think it was probably supposed to be unintentional. The unintentionally funny. But hey, with the basketball season coming up, I can talk about that. I looked up because Iowa State men's basketball is extremely popular here because we don't have pro teams in Iowa, so it's either semi-pro teams, which, did a pretty good outing for Iowa Wild's season opener. But yeah, we're like big college. It's Iowa, like literally. I think Kinnick Stadium in Iowa City holds like 90,000 people. It's ridiculous.
Nice little crossover.
But yeah, college sports is a huge thing, and it's so hard to find anything considered a decent ticket to Iowa State men's basketball ticket. I want to go to a game. I haven't gone to a game in a few years, and it's so hard. The last time I went to an Iowa State men's basketball game was like just before they actually kind of became something under Hoiberg. That was the last time. So I haven't been there since like before the Hoiberg days, when goddamn McDermott, I think, was still the coach.
Dangerous pass. Stolen by Stanford. The D was really
It's basically people making a bunch of masturbation jokes never heard. Oh, okay.
Wait for the misstep and then capitalize.
You first heard it in porn. Yeah, that's something I haven't heard before. That's one. Yeah, the 74 Unity is ridiculous as well. They're a 93 overall team. I highly doubt they got a lot of guys who aren't one-and-done type guys. There you go. Hey, look at that post play. See, that's the one thing I'll give the later 2K games, basketball games, is that they at least figured out that even if you can still try to do some post moves. Like if you kind of get blocked in on a post move in this game, you'll see like the hesitation and the stop. He'll do like one big step, but then that's about it. And that's generally what happens. Here, I'll show you. Back down, post move time. One step up. One step, nothing. At least in the later ones, they're like, you know what? We're going to give them the opportunity and the ability to at least attempt to maneuver their way out of this. And they were usually a little bit better about not losing the ball. That was another thing. Even if their handle wasn't fantastic, you could at least still attempt them. But yeah, like there's the non-conference games against teams I've never goddamn heard of. Like I've never heard of before. And it's like, oh yeah, here's the game. You can go see this game for like 20-some bucks. It's like, I don't want to see this game for 20-some. I don't want to see them face fucking like, oh god, I can't even remember what it is. I'd have to like bring it up on SeatGeek how much it is, but like I can get into an ISU basketball game for like $20-some. But if you want to watch a Big 10 game, or not a Big 10, Big 12 game, oh my God, it's like at least 100 to get in the building. It's stupid. It's like, okay, yeah, there's definitely like a lot of demand. And I can't even say that the ticket prices are stupid. It's just that I could say the ticket prices are stupid, but that's not on Iowa State men's basketball. They just happen to be a hot fucking ticket. You know, if you're selling out Hilton Coliseum, you know, you're going, especially if it's a conference game, like you're going to sell the place out and it's going to be a hot crowd all game. Like, you at least know that much. Like, you're going to go in there and it's going to be like crazy with 14,000 other people who are also going to go crazy. It's like $70-some if you want to watch like Texas Tech. You want to watch a Kansas game? Holy shit. It's like $120 just to get like a nosebleed seat at the Kansas game. My fucking God. Ah, come on. Get there. Get there. There you go. Good thing about this game, one and done isn't common in the game. It still seems like there's a few, but yeah, it's not common. But it is a thing. Like you definitely can do it. It's just not as insane as it generally is come, you know, in real life, where Kentucky or Duke practically have to reload half their team every year because they just get the best recruits because they're a powerhouse team. Then they go on to do their freshman year, get drafted, and then they got to reload.
Holt brings it up the floor. Boone backs him down.
Come on. I thought he could fight through it. Fuck it. Oh, and one. Ticket prices for UVM hockey is $15 to $20. Iowa basketball is the only ticket. Yeah, dude, like, I'm guessing Hawkeyes games are probably a little bit cheaper because they're not really a top 25 team. But, I mean, Iowa State's a top 25 team, so it's cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs trying to get a ticket. It's selling your firstborn. And I want to go to, like, a Big 12 game. I don't want to go to fucking bumfuck nowhere state, you know, where they're clearly, you know, Iowa State's going to clearly win by, like, 30, and it's just going to be a blowout. Like, I might still consider it, but I want to go to a Texas game. I want to go to a Kansas game. I want to go to an Oklahoma game.
Skips it inside.
Oh my God! I keep forgetting that having intense D on is not going to mean that you're going to contest the shot. I think they took that out of the new one too, is they kind of took away that ability on intense D. Like, you still definitely have to go for it in a new college game, one and done. But yeah, to be fair, it probably would be. Probably be an obscenely common thing that wouldn't get patched for months. Like, that sounds like a one and done concept in like a new college game with the way 2K does. It's like they'll find a way to make it like really stupid. Like, oh yeah, you can use extra VC to get extra recruiting points. You can get a whole 10 VC for $9.99.
Getting set to inbound the ball. Both teams are going to make some.
And for 3,000 VC, you might actually be able to improve your jump shot by 1 or 2.
Stanford has had.
But yeah, college sports are a big thing here. I imagine Iowa State football is probably a fairly hot, even though the team sucks so much ass, it's still probably a fairly hot ticket because of all the the tailgating culture. But Iowa Hawkeyes football is probably crazy as well to try to get a ticket for. I almost feel like finding out about it, like, at some point between games, or like the half, or if stuff is simming, I don't know. I think Iowa Hawkeyes football would probably be just as crazy to try to get a ticket than along with Iowa State men's basketball.
But it's retrieved by Wilcox. Gets it down low. Pulls the trigger. His first shot, and it's good.
And by the way, it was $44 a ticket to get into nosebleed seats at TLC. Me and a few friends going, it was $44 a ticket. Pretty nice, even though it's like second row from the back. Like, we're not up against the wall of the arena, but we're like one down.
The steal by San Diego State. The D was really waiting for him there. That's how you do
It is kind of funny to just, it's like, man, I'm going to go for the price of how much it would cost to go to a Big 12. Oh, that was dumb. To go to a Big 12 basketball game, I'll get to go to both TLC and an NXT house show in Des Moines. They only come once a year, but I'll still be able to get a ticket fairly cheap. And that combined will still maybe not even cover the cost of like a ticket like that. I really got to stop shooting in their faces like it's working out, but yeah. Want to compare to that professional NBA team, it makes sense because ticket prices are usually expensive when an Eastern Conference team comes to LA, or a very good team like Golden State or San Antonio or now Houston. Yeah, 120 for 300 section, row 2. Yeah, yeah, it's like second row down from the wall of the arena for TLC. But it's like $44 a ticket. So I'm like, yeah, sure. Like I was contemplating what going or not, and I thought, you know what, for $44 a ticket, why not?
Passes it to the wing.
Yeah. I don't think I ever talked about it on stream, but I actually got super lucky on a really good deal that was going on. It was like a secondhand ticket being sold. I got super lucky on a secondhand ticket deal when I went to WrestleMania. My ticket was a 200 level ticket, and it was like 300. There was like the 300 section, so it was like the lower bowl, and then there was like the next section above, and then there was like the really like where we at least had seats, where it's like, oh yeah, we still got seats. It's still fairly comfortable. We don't get to be fancy schmancy like the people in the lower bowls. We didn't get to have like cup holders, so I just kind of had to stow my drink under my seat. But we weren't in the hot sun like the super cheap seats were. We actually had actual seats, and we didn't have to sit on concrete blocks basically. And it was like $85, I think, was about as much as it was. I think when you added in like Ticketmaster fees and everything, it was like $150 when you added in parking, because parking cost almost as much as the actual ticket into WrestleMania. WrestleMania costed me like $83, and then it was like $50 for parking.
A little pepper on it. You've got to make nice, crisp passes.
That was dumb. UVM hockey had to order ahead of time to get tickets. Now you can get right tickets when the gates open. Center ice. Oh my god. Yeah, to be fair, that's how I do my Iowa Wild hockey. Like, to be fair, we field 2 semi-pro hockey teams, and one of it is a much hotter ticket. The AHL team, the Iowa Wild, they're the minor league team for the Minnesota Wild. That gets a fair amount of people, but I mean, they're in Wells Fargo Arena, so that holds like 16,000 people, and you know, it seems like there's not a lot of people. Meanwhile, one of the other teams that's a much more local team for, I think it's the USHL, and that's the Des Moines Buccaneers, and they're an actual like good team in their company, like in their league. I think they've won the national championships at least a couple times, and they damn near sell out those. There's much less people. I think it only seats like maybe 3,000 maybe. But they sell those fuckers out. Or come very close. Did one of my guys just like flop hard? So yeah, you still sit on benches at UVM hockey games. How much they mic the ring for the bumps. Yeah, it's interesting. Yeah, even for WrestleMania, I could hear the bumps. And like, even from goddamn as far away as I was, you could still hear the ring bumps. It was kind of interesting. It felt kind of muffled, but yeah, you definitely. Oh shit, we ran out of time. Holy shit, we are actually up on them by 12. I didn't realize we actually were doing pretty well. I didn't think we were shooting very well, 50%. That's pretty good. I didn't realize they were shooting even worse than us, though. And that we're out-rebounding them like nobody's business. So that might be it, is we're just getting off a lot more shots than them. Yeah, public transportation. I didn't really have the I probably could have had the option, but I didn't want to spend that much. I already had the parking ticket. So I was like, there were these dudes who live next to the highway. By the way, it's like, I don't think David's here anymore. He could probably attest to it because I think he's been to Orlando enough times. But yeah, it's like straight ghetto. Like right across the street from the stadium, and then several blocks down, it is just straight ghetto. And yeah, it was like one of those things. They cost about as much to. I can only imagine the people who own like the houses there that were standing out parking people in their backyard probably make pretty damn good money. They probably make that's probably how they pay for their rent every month, is just parking people at events. Because they were charging about as much as I got for my like official parking spot. It's like they charged $50 as well to park in their backyard. I'm like, shit. There we go. To be fair, like this isn't like. I think if we were to actually lose to them, it wouldn't be a bad thing because it's like they're undefeated and number 6 in the nation. We might actually upset them. I don't know if this would be too much of an upset considering we're number 12 and only lost once, but nonetheless. How did he still not get that? I don't understand how that happened. Caught 2 shows this week. My hours are so crazy I can only catch it during your morning poos. Yeah, I understand. The one thing I can at least say is that I'm fairly consistent at when I do it. I'm just fairly consistent with my crazy hours. It's like I do it in the middle of the night for me. It's like, what, probably 5 in the morning by this point for me. I've been going 2 hours, 17 minutes, so it's probably right about 5. I'd have to turn around and look. I just haven't really looked. How did he not finish that? 5 a.m. on the dot. But yeah, I'm consistent with the fact that I do it in the middle of the night, but it's still the middle of the night. So I'm kind of surprised that I get as many people who watch like in the middle of the night, honestly. I feel like I do pretty good for someone who streams at 3 in the morning.
Stanford is really struggling.
Best invention for a guy in his 20s who doesn't drive, yeah. Dude, I got 3 wrestling shows coming up in a span of a week. It's crazy. I got TLC coming up on Sunday. There's this girl I've been talking to. I tried to get her to come with me to NXT. She has like no interest in wrestling. But I think she would have come if she wasn't busy. Like she lives like outside of town. She lives like an hour and a half away, but she's actually going to be in town the weekend that they have that. And I have the Friday off for NXT, so I'll probably still buy the ticket no matter what. I'll still go because I need to add to my poster collection because I have the match card autograph poster from last year. So it's like everyone who was on last year's NXT card for that show autographed it. It was like $50. But it's pretty cool because it's like, okay, everyone signed it. So it's like it's signed by Nakamura and Bobby Roode and Itami and fucking Asuka and Ember Moon and Swan. I'm trying to remember who else was there. TM61, The Revival. All of them signed it. So I kind of want to do this one again. You'd have like what? Eric Young, McIntyre, Itami, Ono. If they do that again.
He's either got to foul hard or don't foul at all. You can't just give up easy 3-point plays.
Both teams will make some substitutions.
Oh, what? Come on, what are you talking about with that girl? Oh, coming with me to a wrestling event. She just doesn't really She doesn't really have much of an interest in pro wrestling, but she's just like, oh yeah, you like wrestling? Okay, that's cool. Like, I guess she's open-minded about it, at least. But yeah, I guess she's going to be in town, but she's going to be busy because we're doing like a big Halloween party next Friday. And it's like a masquerade, so I either have to wear a mask or dress up. I have no idea what I'm going to dress up as, honestly. I honestly want to go dressed up as someone who just doesn't give a fuck. But I don't think they'd appreciate that.
Well, let's get back to the
You're pretty consistent with your morning bathroom times. Dude, that's kind of me too. Like, I'm fairly consistent with my poo times too when I'm at work. Like, there are generally designated times I'm going to poo. It's like, if I don't poo around this time, then it's definitely going to be around like this time. Uh-oh, get down there. Okay. The guy I'm guarding totally had like a run at the hoop. If they had just winged it down to him as he was running down the court. I mean, they still got the layup, but it would have been the easiest layup for him. Maybe even a dunk. Oh, look at that. And one. He started streaming at 1 a.m. just to perk living in LA.
You can't just give up easy three-point plays.
Am I consistent with using the toilet as opposed to the bathtub? Of course I am. What do you think I am? Some sort of Philadelphian cretin who shits in the bathtub and then squishes it down the drain with my foot? Of course not. I don't fear toilets. I know how to poo in a toilet. And wipe sitting down. Or leaning, actually. Not quite standing up, not quite completely sitting down. But just enough to get my ass over the bowl. How did we get to this point?
Under 8 minutes left in the second half.
Marty Skrull mask. Oh my god, I'd be so down to dress up as Marty Skrull. I will go buy a Villain Club. I'll go to Hot Topic, go buy a Villain Club t-shirt. I know they have them because I bought an LIJ shirt last week. I finally I finally was there at Hot Topic at a point. Wow, he really just didn't do shit. But I finally got there at a point where they actually had shirts available. They're a little tight than I'd like them to be, but I mostly attribute it to the fact that I'm 6'4". So they're much shorter than usual, but they actually are a little bit bigger than I anticipated. A lot of the WWE ones are just like god-awful with that. So I'm sort of surprised. Go! I wanted you to do something. Oh no, I wanted you to pump fake too.
Sent them scrambling to the chalkboard, Vern.
I'm actually streaming wrestling and off the off chance that Johnny's there. I'll like give you a heads up at some point if I see, because you know it's not all the time. It's very occasionally that I'll see his name, like the New Legacy name pop up, and it's generally pretty much only during TEW. It is one of those weird things that I'll just see that and I'll just see that pop up and I'm like, oh shit. That's goaltending if I ever saw it. I'll get on Discord and give you like a heads up, just so you can make a shitting in the bathtub joke. Just lurking the entire time, and then all of a sudden it's like, hey, you fucker!
Inbounds the ball. Stanford is really struggling.
There's no question.
Or he just randomly leaves. Like, God, I'm just lurking this stream, and they're just shitting on me here too.
Duck catches it right side. That last 19-foot shot
that's the next like crew right there. Instead of like Big Dog Boys or Big Senton, but it's just Big Shit Boys. Who else is a big shit boy here?
They're now down by 8.
Who else takes 20 minutes and spends most of the time on YouTube? Who else appreciates the fact that they have a Switch so that they can play some Mario Kart on the toilet? You should make a Johnny Fierce Toilets hat on Redbubble. Take a pic with wrestlers. Oh, that'd be fantastic. I'll go to local shows. Just go to local shows if they have someone semi-notable. Like, one of the local shows around here tends to get Darren Corbin a fair amount. And he and I are pretty cool. We've talked a bit. Because I bought his shirt. I bought like a couple of shirts from him.
5.5 minutes left in the second half. The Cardinal call time, and they've got one left.
Yeah, TEW, Fire Pro, and W2K. Yeah, that's probably about it.
Well, it looks like they're getting
And I gotta say, it's
down the
mostly TEW, because I don't know if any of those boys check out other Fire Pro stuff or WWE 2K stuff, or they just kind of do their own thing.
He's got 8.
Or maybe they just, if they check out other stuff, they check out the stuff of the people that they're friends with.
With a dunk of his own. By 20.
Feel like I missed a consistent poo rant. No, it's just an inside joke from there's another Twitch
Gets it on the
streamer,
free throw
New
line.
Legacy Inc. And there's been a running joke now that one of the main guys, Johnny, doesn't shit in toilets. He shits in the bathtub.
It was pretty obvious he got hit on the release.
and then pushes the poo down the drain with his foot. Like, it started off like subtle. I forget how it started. It started off with like, do you sit or stand when you wipe? And then it turned into he doesn't even wipe. He doesn't even use the toilet. He just uses the bathtub. And then it evolved into he pushes the shit down the drain with his foot. So now the running gag is that's how he poos now. That's the only way he poos is in the bathtub.
By Salisbury. They're in front, 58-38.
But yeah, they're a big wrestling stream. I mean, Jesus, Friday they did a 9.5 hour stream, and then Saturday I think it was. Oh God, what was it? Thursday night they did like 9 hours, and then Saturday night they did like 12. It was insanity. I'm just sitting here going, God damn, I could not do that. Maybe it's because of the fact that most of the time I'm just gaming by myself. Maybe if I had like 5 other guys to do shit with, it would be a little bit different. Oh boy. No. Might be a little bit different, but yeah, I can't imagine spending all that much time doing that. You weren't there. I think it's pretty much done, Ski. I think I'll let's see, 38, 48, 58. I mean, that's 23 points. There's only a few minutes left. I think we can call it good. There you go, winning by 21 points. Getting this done quickly, hey, helps me out. Helps keep me around. We can get through some shit quicker. Let's go. Well, if you wanted to come get some in NBA 2K18, yeah, that's a good point. What? Oh, motherfucker. God damn it. Right back down to 16. How did we lose to Colorado State by 1? Why does this always happen? Why do I always face these shitball teams? And that's when I lose. That's when I take an L. Fuck. Just fuck. How many trips do I... Okay, there's still a lot of people I can do a lot of recruiting trips with. So let's do that. That pretty much like... Is he a guy we can even worry too much here? This guy for sure. Pretty much done with him. I pretty much got him. Shit. I should visit him at home. If I'm gonna visit anyone at home, it's gonna be this dude. There we go. I could still visit him at home, just with less charisma. That might not be a bad idea. He's got about as good scouting. We'll just bowl all our points into that. I think we were pretty much set with everything else anyway, so I just want to secure. We got at least one guy secure. 2 should be secure. Probably don't have him. Should do pretty well on him. We got a lot of ground to make up there, but I think we got 3 guys for sure. So we'll skip the Brigham Young thing. There's 5 watching me right now. There's 7. At least according to this. There's 7 people watching my conversation about shit. There's about as many people as there was watching my conversation about anime and documentaries earlier. It's really something. Maybe this is what people say when they say that like this is fairly laid back streaming. I'll just talk about whatever. I need to keep him up. Up. You? Yep. Shit! I knew it. Yeah, we should still talk to him at least. Email him, phone him. That's not going to help my case out. Shit. I probably could have used. That's all right. I'm hungry. I don't know why I'm so hungry. I don't think I've eaten a ton, is what it is. Dude, it is actually past 5 a.m. I might actually... God, I forgot because there's a... God damn it, why? How do I lose to Wyoming? How bad did I lose to Wyoming? I'd like to know how badly I lost to Wyoming. By 15? They're like 9 points below me. They're barely 500. We're a top 25 team, and I'm taking these L's right now. What is going on? Okay. Well, fuck. Keep him interested. Keep him interested. I mean, I could. We'll come back to him. Is this worth my time? Why not? Why not? Okay, that. I can email and phone him. We can visit him with my lesser guy. Quicker than pushing it down the mountain. Oh, man. I think we're good here. So then we have the UNLV game. Hopefully I'm not taking too many goddamn... Dude, if I lose to Air Force, I might cry. I might cry. By 1! What is with these buzzer beater losses that we're suffering, man? How good is Air Force? Ah, Christ. Let's just throw a whole goddamn season down the drain, and now I deal with UNLV. At this point, I might as well sim this, because we might actually do better if I sim. We'll just lose to the shitty teams and beat the beat the good teams. Oh well. Did we? Okay, the Stanford game. Okay. Yeah. We got the UNLV game now. Yeah. Since it's past 5 o'clock and there's a McDonald's down the street, I might actually go. McGriddles sound amazing right now. It's 5 a.m. and some fucking McGriddles and hash browns sound delightful. I have a little bit of spare cash. I'm so down. I actually sometimes like to get a big breakfast because it comes with like what? The pancakes, eggs, biscuit, piece of sausage. I literally just make my own sausage biscuit using that. Like it's like $4 to make the big breakfast with hotcakes, and it's like, dude, you can literally make your own sausage biscuit with the sausage and the biscuit. You can put some egg in it. You can even have some leftover eggs because they put a bunch of eggs in it. And then on top of that, you still have your pancakes. You still have your pancakes on top of that. And I think it comes with a hash brown. So you're really like rolling. And it's like $4. Like $4.19 is what it is here. It's really like... It's so awful for you, but it's such a good value. When do we get a face cam and a Dance Dance Revolution stream for me? Oh, Christ. I actually... I'll go too. You'll go to McDonald's, in California, the same time I go in Iowa, I'll just put my phone on speaker across from me on Discord, and that's how we'll do it. All right, see you, Cookie. Thanks for dropping by. I appreciate it. And being here throughout all the nonsensical conversations that we've had.
They reacted quickly enough to throw him off.
Yeah, I've eaten healthy enough today that I feel like I could probably assail myself to something terrible. I'll definitely probably do that tomorrow, because one of the pizza places, it's a gas station, but they one of their main selling points is also the pizza. They do professional nice pizza place stuff that they've added in. It's not just some regular awful gas station pizza, and every Wednesday is dollar pizza slices. And I'll just go in and get at least 2 of them. And it's always delicious. There was one day, they don't do it anymore. They used to do specialty pizzas all the time. So it was going in for dollar pizza slices, and it's fucking crab ragoon pizza or some sort of Chinese specialty deal that they've had. Crab ragoon pizza is what wet dreams are made out of. There we go. When is HPW? We're almost a week from where I last posted it, so I'll probably do it on my next stream. I would say Thursday. Unless I have to work Thursday. I'm not sure. I'm planning on Thursday if I don't have to work overtime. So that's probably when it'll be. And if you don't see me post anything by sometime Friday morning and I don't stream, the next time will probably be Saturday. But it's definitely this week. You don't mess another second of Time Splitters versus Goats. Yeah. It's crazy, dude. There's I've talked about how crazy the signings can get, and seriously, the next 3 months of signings are going to be crazy. Especially the next the next few weeks is going to be me fighting over some serious dudes where it's oh shit, I'm able to potentially get him. This is insanity. Real Mickey D's, where you work in Tennessee, you got to get gas station biscuits. Oh boy, I feel so bad. How does there not a Mickey D's in Tennessee? That doesn't feel right. Then again, you probably have something similar. Probably, I don't know if you. I mean, I guess it depends on how small the town is. I guess. Yeah, there's no Mickey D's where you work in Tennessee. So it might be a Burger King, but I've never had. I don't think I've ever had Burger King's breakfast. It's probably not good. Burger King's not really fantastic. Now, if you had Hardee's breakfast is holy shit. Hardee's breakfast is the kind of thing that you would treat yourself to every once in a while because it is that goddamn delicious. But it's also expensive and will kill you eventually. She heard you say crab ragoon pizza. She shook her head and said weird white people. What's with people watching my streams with their wives and girlfriends, or at least having it public? That feels like some sort of weird thing where I'm going to say something weird and you're going to have to explain to your significant other why this person you're watching said this weird thing. I could have been talking about what I talked about an hour ago, where I was talking about goddamn anime shows and people accusing people of other shit, and it was just let me just talk about cute girl anime shows and have you explain that to your significant other, why this strange man on the screen is playing basketball but talking about anime.
They're on a 12-4 run. Goes up. Nice job
There you
on
go.
the assist by Boone.
Keep your Twitter up after midnight Thursday. Yeah. All right. See you later, Cookie. Have a good one.
Ryan.
You work at the only middle school in the whole county. That's how small that town is. I feel you. I do feel you because yeah, there's more than a few towns that I have friends in where literally the gas station is the biggest thing. Like the gas station is also the pizza place, which is also the video rental place.
They need to get a shot off. Doyle.
Yeah, pick this up for the PS2. I think. Damn.
Rebound didn't come to him by accident. He knew right.
I think if you can, I don't know how much different it is on the PS2. I've been trying. I've actually been physically trying to find this for the PS2. It's been ridiculously hard. I actually looked at one of the used game stores, like the game stores that have a lot of shit. Like I was looking for NCAA Football 11 for PS2 because it's like, oh yeah, it's this like underground amazing football, like college football game that no one really ever played because it was NCAA 11 for PS2. And everyone was already on 360 and PS3 at that point, but it was low-key one of the best college football games around.
You can't afford to spot the other team anymore.
And I was able to find that, but I couldn't find College Hoops 2K8 for the life of me.
Witherspoon.
Shit!
To the left block. Cleveland.
I couldn't even find College Hoops 2K5, which was another thing I was looking for, is I was maybe looking for 2K5 since this was the last one that used ESPN.
No good by Parks. They're still down 5.
But yeah, I also wanted to find it because I've been meaning to test out, I've been meaning to download the PS3 emulator and test it out. I do have some games I could use, so that's maybe not a huge deal, but yeah, I wanted to try College Hoops 2K8 for the PS3 on the emulator. I guarantee it probably doesn't work, but it'd be worth at least a shot. Yeah, you're lucky you bought it for dude, it's one of those things that people talked about, like, I swear, every once in a while I'll still get a comment of someone being like, yo, man, are you selling in NCAA Basketball 10? It's like, nope. I paid like $25 for it when it was used in 2010, and now I could probably get at least that much back now if I wanted to sell it. Yeah, I got it for like $25 like a year after, and then they decided they weren't going to do anymore, and then it was like, okay, well, now it's gone up in price because it's the last college basketball game.
Wholesale changes.
NBA Hoops. I don't think I ever played that one. I did play fucking NBA Ballers, which was NBA Ballers was a thing that totally existed. It's about the best I can say. It wasn't really that bad. Wow, what a spin. It wasn't that bad, but it wasn't, it's like, it's trying to be the street games or something like that. It's just not. It felt like a poor man's attempt at NBA Street. Or maybe it was supposed to be like Jam. I can't remember. I haven't played it in years. It was supposed to be kind of like a different version of one of them. I would assume poor man's NBA Street. That was just like, eh.
We'll see if it works.
Thanks, Tracy.
Come on. Come on. Come on.
Novak inbounds the ball.
Yep.
Has it inside.
There you go. There you go.
Backs in,
Fake it.
takes the
Put it
shot.
up. When there's not that much defense, hey, we're doing good. Oh, my God. Are we actually going to get up by 20 on them at some point? We're up by 12 right now. Should I, take the chance that if we get through the first half and I'm up by, close to 20, I just let them go through the second half? I mean, we're not doing that bad, and we're not that bad of a team. We're about, 3 points lower than them. But honestly, probably wouldn't be too bad for coming in with enough momentum. Somewhere out there is the computer, the CPU player throwing their controller. How about a big 3 game? Oh, that'd be great. Just a game where I could play as Brian Scalabrine again would be fantastic. I guess technically, if I really wanted to, I could probably like re-download 2K12 or 2K13, do the creating a legend. Brian Scalabrine. I actually did that, I think, once I unlocked creating a legend. Like, there was, I think I fucked around a little bit with like, oh yeah, let's do Penny Hardaway on the new Orlando Magic without Dwight Howard. And then I did another one where I was like, oh, it'd be kind of interesting to see Michael Jordan in his prime on the Bobcats because they were complete shit. And then I was just like, fuck it. You know, it'd be awesome. I'm going to try to take over Kwame Brown and try to make him better. He was like a 61 overall. And I'm just like, fuck it. I'm going to try to turn around Kwame Brown's career. That would be great. Damn.
The Aztecs will take their first time.
Defense.
Well, it looks like they're getting set to inbound.
I wish I was killing them harder than I am. I wish I was killing them a lot harder so that I could like skip through this and not have to be too worried about taking a hard L.
Lets it go.
No. Ah, good. Take it. There you go.
Nicely down low on that last shot.
I kind of figured he wasn't going to make it. Like, once he went up for the shot, it's like, it's iffy. They're probably not going to give that one to me.
Leads him with the pass.
Wow, I think he could have gotten that layup, maybe. He had more room in front of him than I thought he would. There it is. There it is. Get around him. Oh, my God. How do you still fuck that one up? He barely even jumped at you. You're going to run, get ready for work. All right. Have a good one. Appreciate you being here. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for being a part of this for a little bit.
Welch gets the reach-in call, and that's his first foul of the game.
He should concentrate on just getting good position instead of flailing away at the ball like that.
If I'm up by probably like at least 16 at the half, I might just skip through it. We're also at home, so that might also help contribute to us potentially winning anyway. I don't see us collapsing too hard in the second half.
Terrific move, and it's cashed in by Boatner.
So that's my goal for the next couple of minutes, is to widen the gap a little bit. Oh, look at that. Oh, damn. Wish he could have finished, though. That'd have been nice.
And he makes the first.
I'm trying to get through enough. Oh, yeah. I think the next best thing about if they did a new college hoops in like 2K18 style stuff or whatever, is they would have the hoop cast and they would have the jumping into close games like that. Like, imagine I could have taken a couple less losses if I was able to jump in with like a minute left. Or it was just like, all right, I'm just gonna take over. I was looking for a foul. Just take over in the last minute or so, just to make sure we don't lose some game-winning buzzer beater.
Novak has it, and that's his fourth rebound thus far.
I also realized something. I think I've had a couple of goaltendings thus far, but I don't think I've had really hardly any bullshit goaltendings. Like, usually there's some questionable goaltending calls that happen, and I don't think I've had any thus far. So I feel pretty good. I think that I've had one or two, maybe, that were like blatant. Like, it's like, yeah, I can't even begin to argue with that. That's clearly was practically halfway in the hoop at that point.
Novak hands it off.
And one. Wait, did they not count that? There's no way that I was only down by 8. I don't think they counted that. Am I crazy? Because I thought I was up by 10 already. Maybe I really wasn't paying attention. But I'm pretty sure I wasn't. Oh, shit. Go! There you go. 13. Hey, let's make it 15 right here. Let's do 15. You feel like 15? I feel like 15. Do we fucks with 15 points? We fucks with 15 points. Let's do this.
Catches it right wing.
Come on. Dude, I got so much money I'm spending on horse shit over the next... Ah, damn. I got so much money I'm spending on horse shit over the next few weeks. Because, holy crap, there's 3 different wrestling events. WWE 2K18. Super Mario Galaxy, or not Galaxy, Odyssey comes out. I'll play a little bit more. I'll see if I can widen the gap a little bit. Super Mario Odyssey comes out. Anime Nebrascon is... Oh, Jesus Christ. That's literally in like 3 weeks. I didn't even think about that. No, 4 weeks. It's like November 10th. So Anime Nebrascon is just in a few weeks. And there's that. There's getting into that. And then whatever I'm going to spend on stuff then, too. It's just... All my money is just going to be gone by the time... There's at least one hockey game. Let's see, next Saturday? This Saturday. This Saturday. It's this Saturday. This Saturday is a hockey game, but I'll probably just get the cheap seats. Because I think we're going to have a group of us going, so... Get the cheap seats. You can go to that for like $15, maybe.
Back to you guys.
Okay, Tracy.
So that's pretty okay.
His eyes lit up when he saw that shot go up. I love when guys get
I'm trying. I'm trying my best to get all up in his way.
Swings it to the wing. Doyle hooked away.
Hey, there's like 3 different times now we've stopped them. We could have easily, if we were able to just like make our shots,
Backs down.
we could easily be up by like 16 right now. And I wanted to pump fake. We could easily have been up by like 16 right now with as many defensive stops as we've had. We've just had so many piss poor shots that I've been taking. Intentional or not. Ah, God. They brought it down to single digits and we were doing so good.
Why do they let them gain that kind of position?
Ah, well.
It was hit by
There you go.
18 points, and he is the leading scorer. The running Rebels with some difficulties.
I want to force them to start making some moves.
Shiloh takes it up. Misses. 2 shots from the line.
To be fair, I'm probably at a point where it'd be fine. Maybe. I don't know. I'm up by 10. Anything can happen.
Misses the first. Boom.
I want to try to get up by at least like 14, 16. Something like that. I won't even do the full 20 since we're well into the second half at this point. I would just like to be able to get the recruiting done and move on with my season. Take some losses and call it a day.
Novak backs him down.
There you go.
Dean inbounds the ball.
Oh,
Under
shit.
10 minutes left in the second half.
Get a 24-pack of Arizona iced tea for only $12.59. Oh, shit. It's like it's speaking my name.
Ryan dumps it inside.
Fuck. I don't know if those are like... Those look like regular cans? They're probably like... No, they look like the full 24-ounce cans. Jesus, that's like... It's like 50 cents a piece. Holy shit. Just, hey, you got a package in the mail. Hey, yeah, it's just a 24-pack of iced tea. All the Arizona iced tea I would ever need. Green tea... Arnold Palmer's, raspberry.
Takes it up. He's off on the second.
How did we not get that? Fuck.
Nice offensive rebound. He's 1
Fuck,
for 5
man.
in the game. Out left. Boom. Raises up.
Ugh.
He looked like a volleyball player spiking that thing.
Beats it down low. Boatner.
I don't wanna sit here too long. I'm really like I'm thinking about that food now. Probably shouldn't be spending my meals on McDonald's breakfast. McDonald's breakfast isn't even that amazing, but for some reason just hotcakes and sausage just sound delicious right now.
He's shooting 60% for the game.
Or I could go to the 24-hour donut shop because they sell like jumbo cinnamon rolls. They're like $5 a piece though. That's the only thing, is that I could get like an amazing cinnamon roll for $5, or for about $5 I can get like a mediocre but full breakfast.
Boone dishes it to the top of the key.
I don't know. An amazing cinnamon roll sounds pretty good too.
Down low.
Shit.
Witherspoon.
Rise above him.
Nails it. And they're now up by 10.
All right, still up by
Just
10.
over 8 minutes left in the second half.
I don't feel good about trying to like do it right now.
Ball's time.
Defense. I probably should have done
Getting
ball
set to
control.
inbound the ball. The Aztecs are going to make some substitutions.
Too bad I couldn't do like two different ones at the same time. It was like defense and ball control.
Doyle inbounds
Both.
the ball.
Just do
Passes
both.
down low. Anticipates the pass.
I'd love to see that. He was lurking around, then pounced. Such a thief.
Ah, god damn it.
It's deflected.
God
Scooped
damn,
up
the
by Doyle.
passing
Shiloh brings
horse
it up.
shit.
What a nice steal on the kick out. You could see him read it all the way.
Last attempt off the mark.
There,
Right
go.
by
Get down the court. Get down the court.
Hester.
There you go.
Easy look. Right
Oh, that's such a flop.
by 12.
They're going to apply some pressure.
Come on.
here, and with full court, man.
There you go. We just gotta make something out of this defense. We upgrade our defense, get the priority on
Gets
them,
it on the stripe. Puts it up. Grabbed by Hester. That's
get
his
them
second
rebounds, but we
rebound.
actually got to make those shots.
Rebound for a team that's doing a great job on the boards.
Make those
Got a
shots
big edge there today.
when we get it on offense. Don't lose the ball like a dipshit. God damn it. Ah!
It's recovered
Oh,
by both.
damn. Almost had it. Almost had it.
Shiloh.
We were right there.
Hester
There you
gets
go.
the ball
Okay.
inside.
I don't think he'll miss
A
many
failed
of those
failed possession.
Has it down low.
Ah!
The running Rebels.
I'm like
are
forcing
really
stuff, and that's probably not a good idea, but damn.
Shiloh swings it
If I could just make up
The lay-in was
for the
good by
dude,
Booker.
I've gotten so many good solid possessions. This game, it feels like they want me to beat them. And I just can't
Carrot
I just
ends it
can't
off.
get that.
Boone backs in.
I'm keeping this semi-competitive right now, and that's not what I want.
Releases from 16 feet. Buries it.
Like it's like they want me to beat them.
Just over 6
I'm
minutes
just
left
not.
in the
It's like
second half.
no. Let's still keep this relatively close. You know.
Bounces it to the right side. Throws
No. Like seriously, just
The lead is still double digits.
like no.
after
Just
this
just get a win over us. Come on,
Beautiful
come on.
rebound. Box
Not
this
that bad.
man out and never
Like, nah.
gain position.
We're gonna make this a
Hester goes
game.
up. Almost a three-point opportunity. Instead,
Okay,
he'll go to the line
I can get up to
for two.
14. That's maybe at okay 13.
Are making a
Jesus, make a shot. Make a shot, please. Make it.
good on
Okay, something.
Hatton inbounds
Something.
the ball. Ryan brings it up the floor.
Force something.
Poked away.
Ah, damn.
Covered by Ryan.
Oh, that'd have been perfect if I'd actually gotten a hold of it.
Doyle.
Well, you're back from McDonald's.
The low block.
Damn, I'm trying to like get through this game quickly so I could do the same thing. I can get done and go through the same thing. Oh my god. I'm
Knocks down
really
the first one.
talking about oh yeah, I'm in a conundrum. Maybe because I still kind of want like a big breakfast with hotcakes, which sounds like a full breakfast, albeit somewhat mediocre because McDonald's breakfast. It's either that or the donut place, the 24-hour donut place down the road for me, does cinnamon rolls, like these giant, delicious cinnamon rolls for like $5. So it's about the same price as a big breakfast with hotcakes. So I could get a giant, amazing cinnamon roll, or I can get like a somewhat mediocre, okay, but full breakfast.
Arenas inbounds the ball.
You got a McGriddle?
UNLV
Oh.
is really struggling. UNLV
I might just do the
all
big
time.
breakfast because
They've
I
got
feel like
one
actual
left.
food rather than like a giant cinnamon roll. But I got to do the cinnamon roll at some point. I gotta see what it's like because their donuts are
Pulls the
amazing.
trigger.
I can only get their
The
donuts
great
once in a
shot
while
from
because
Hester
it's
by
like
Doyle.
Their rebound
it's
has been
18 shades of
terrific,
rich.
and it's the main reason they're leading
It's just you never had a donut till you've had a donut that's literally like a s'more donut with marshmallow toasted in the middle.
Right wing, Karras from downtown.
That's a good place to stop. 16. We're up 16. Good. Good. 47-65. Oh wow, they actually upped it to 18. There you go. Hey, we can call it a day. We can go to the second UNLV game towards the end. That's a few weeks of getting our shit together. So we'll be pretty much done recruiting by the time we'll be done pretty much recruiting by the time we end this stream here. So good. Shut up. I know you're doing this on purpose. I don't think we're getting this dude, by the way. I mean, I'll still take a chance. Why not? But I just don't see it happening. By the way, is there any more, like, visit recruits? No. Okay, so it's literally just... At this point, we can just scout them, maybe. So we'll use some points to scout. I don't have enough. He doesn't have enough. He has enough. I don't think they have enough to do another one, though. That's pretty much it. At this point, I'm pretty much coasting just to try to make sure I can get something. I'm still fighting from behind here with these guys. It's probably not going to work. I don't know. I might be able to get a campus tour. Maybe if I get done with the scouting. We'll see. 2 weeks from now is definitely a good opportunity to try. All right, win against TCU. Please make up for this. There you go. Made up for it. Please beat BYU. I don't want to have to consider them a threat. We beat them last time. But for right now, recruit. Okay, then we've got do we need to scout his game? Yeah, we'll scout his game. Why not? Take a chance. Oh, right. I probably should have given it to the one dude who still has, like, one more scouting game. No, I already did that. Never mind. I think I did that already. I think. God, I don't remember now. Yeah, I think I put a priority on him already. We'll see. Come on. Oh, good. Separated shoulder. Want to stop? No. Oh, and we took an L, too. Christ. Wasn't Hester one of my starters? Alright. Got the W. That's cool. Just some more wins would be nice. We're still a top 25 team, so that's good. Still managing to make it work. Anything else? Oh, there's a invite recruit to campus. That... There's another invite recruit to campus. He is a much better possibility, so let's go ahead and do that. And then, oh my god, are we able to? No, we won't, will we? We'll try. Alright, we did the inviting of the recruit to campus to try to make this work. Shit, I should have spent that on... That's fine. He has just enough time to go scout his game too. Alright, we are going to have recruits. Man, are we going to have recruits. We are getting everything done this week. We're going to be solid. There's a nice win. We got our win back against Wyoming. Getting some recruits to campus. Deal with the life. Probably wasn't a good idea with the guys having to deal with 2 recruits. Probably didn't help out too much. Not a ton. Scout the game. Scout the game. Okay. So, rest of the time is just dealing with them. All right. Yeah, I think because we hit 104th, we're not going to get it. I think Washington's going to take them, but it was at least worth a shot. And I don't know if we're going to get San Diego State. We might be able to get them in off-season. We definitely got this. No, we don't got this dude. We definitely got this dude. No, we don't. What? How are we not the number 1 team? Oh, my God. Are we going to get cucked? Are we going to get, like, super cucked by some of these teams? We should have at least him. Okay. He's a pretty good possibility. I would assume we might have a good shot. I don't... Oh, my God. That's not good. That's not good. I'd like to talk to them, make sure they sign with us. I'm very persuasive. Let's get to this. 21-5 versus 21-5. Number 17 versus number 10. We got the UNLV game on the next stream, as well as a little bit of the conference tournament. Hopefully, we can maybe just skip our way through at least the first round, potentially second. I don't know. It really depends on how everything looks with who we might face. If we face, say, like Brigham Young in the second round, might be a little bit worse off unless we were facing someone like maybe like a Colorado State or maybe New Mexico. I think we could probably do better against a New Mexico than like a Brigham Young, or if for some dumb reason we have to face UNLV before the finals. I would assume that's going to be the finals unless UNLV gets somehow dealing with somehow ends up getting upset, or we get upset. That's a possibility too. There we go. Save that, and then we are good. I'm hungry and potentially ready to go to sleep. So there you go. We are 3 games away from being done. We will absolutely be done with the season, and we probably be done with the conference tournament. I would assume that Selection Sunday might be a thing that we could deal with at the end of next stream with this. So thank you so much for you guys coming out. I greatly appreciate you guys being out here and chit-chatting and being a part of discussions and all that. There's a lot of random discussions. And, just in general, kind of watching. And greatly appreciate that. And if you're watching this on YouTube, thank you for continuing to watch. Really appreciate you guys still watching that, because we're like, almost 60. I think we're like a full 60 episodes at least into this, or very, very close. So thanks, guys, for continuing to watch. And I will see you guys next time.